Hey guys, it's Dan, your host Eugene Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. And in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a new article from MovieWeb, where they go through the 12 best characters and performances from the actors throughout the entire series of The Walking Dead. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for The Walking Dead. And in today's video, we're going to be doing another discussion topic video for today. We're going to be going through an article from MovieWeb where they discuss the 12 best character performances and actor performances throughout the entire series of The Walking Dead. So, figured this would be a fun one to go ahead and do. And just to clarify at the beginning of this video, no, this is not my list. This is a list from MovieWeb. So we're going to go through today kind of their ranking for the 12 best performances, in their opinion, at least, for the Walking Dead series. And, you know, we'll kind of discuss how we feel about it, and I'll kind of share my opinions as well, too, on what I think are the best performances from all the actors throughout all of the Walking Dead series. And, you know, it's kind of crazy that we're able to do a video like this now, where we're able to kind of, like, reflect on the series and be like, okay, like, what are the 12 best performances that were given throughout the entire Walking Dead show? So, yeah, definitely an interesting one for sure. So let's get started with their number 12. Number 12, they put Shane. So yeah, Shane I definitely think is one that deserves to be on this list somewhere. I would even argue that I would put him higher on the list, to be honest. But Jon Bernthal absolutely is Shane. His performance was absolutely outstanding. I mean, I've said this time and time again, Shane is my all-time favorite character in the first two seasons. He is actually better than Rick for me in the first two seasons. Shockingly enough. Rick becomes, I would say, my favorite as you go into like season 3 and 4. But in the first two seasons, he and Rick kind of struggled for me, like with who's the best, to be honest. I was kind of like, oh, I like Shane better. Oh, I like Rick better. Like the first two seasons, I actually kind of struggled with that for a bit. And it's because Jon Bernthal's performance was just that good, right? So that makes sense. Number 11 is Seth Gilliam's Father Gabriel. This one I could not agree more. I mean, Father Gabriel is a phenomenal character, and Seth Gilliam just does his character justice so well. So many scenes with him that I think are just so amazing, like the Call Me Gabriel, God Isn't Here Anymore, and, you know, even like a small bonus episode like One More. He had so many badass moments and so many awesome scenes, and I think Seth Gilliam's performance is absolutely up there as one of the best for sure. Number 10 is David Morrissey's The Governor. So, yes, still to this day, my favorite villain in the Walking Dead show, and just the Walking Dead universe. He really killed it as the Governor. He really, really did. And David Morrissey, I feel like, brought such a kind of uneasiness to the Governor every time he's on screen. You know, you're not really sure what he's going to do. He kind of has this persona, you know, the smile and stuff, but you just know underneath he wants to frickin' kill you or something, you know? So it's very, very exciting, and I think he did a good job as the Governor for sure. I would absolutely agree with this one on the list. Number 9 is Lauren Cohan's Maggie. This one for sure. Yeah, Lauren Cohan is absolutely amazing as Maggie. She does a great job. Maggie throughout the series has really evolved into a really badass survivor, I would say. Starting in season 2, you know, she couldn't even handle one walker at the pharmacy, right? And now you see her now, and it's just like, wow, she really has evolved into probably one of the strongest characters in our group, I would say. One of the strongest characters our group has, for sure. Number 8 is Eugene, Josh McDermott's Eugene. I could definitely understand performance-wise for sure, because if you see Josh McDermott in real life, and you see Eugene, you're like, wow, he puts on quite a performance there, because he is not like Eugene whatsoever. So, yeah, Eugene, man, Josh McDermott staying there all the way till the end of this, all the way till the end of the series, right? And I think that's definitely something that has to be noticed, is he has been there since season 4 until the end, and, you know, I have utmost respect for actors like, you know, Norman Reedus, Melissa McBride, Josh McDermott, Christian Serratos, like some of these people that have been there since like the early days and have managed to survive and have stayed on the show until the end of the series, right? Those are, I would say, some of the most loyal right there. Those ones really definitely deserve the credit they get for sure. And Josh McDermott as Eugene, I thought was absolutely amazing in the show as well too. Really just brought the Eugene character to life, and yeah, Eugene has had one hell of a journey, so I can understand for sure why he's in this list. Number 7 is Chandler Riggs' Carl. Now, this one I might disagree with a little bit. This is the first one I remember when I was looking at their list, and I was like, I mean, he's good, he is good, but to put him over like John Bernthal or like Lauren Cohen or even Josh McDermott, I don't know. I think Chandler Riggs did a good job. Don't get me wrong. And if there's any chance in hell that Chandler Riggs sees this video, no, I really loved your performance, dude. You did a really good job. But I will say, I feel like there are other actors that have just done more. Maybe that's just me, but I definitely don't get me wrong. I think Chandler Riggs definitely did a really good job still, and Carl was. Yeah, definitely a well-done character. I much prefer his character in the comic book series adaptation, if I'm being honest, but I definitely enjoyed certain moments with Carl in the TV show. I just don't know if I would put him that high. That's my only thing. Number 6 is Carol, Melissa McBride. Absolutely one of our Season 1 OGs right here. As you guys know, really have been enjoying the Carol character in 11C. I think they've really been doing a good job with her. And, you know, it's good because I feel like she kind of lacked screen time beforehand, but 11C, man, she got the big Lance villain kill. She got like all this stuff. I think Carol has had a major upgrade in 11C. And Melissa McBride being number 6, I absolutely agree because she's one of the few OGs from Season 1 that is still here to this day. And just like Maggie, I would say Carol is probably one of the strongest characters, if not the strongest we have in our group, for sure. She really, you know, just thinks 10 steps ahead, and she's always doing something that's yeah, definitely, it makes sense to put her at this spot on the list, absolutely. And their number 5 is Steven Yeun's Glenn. So, Steven Yeun Glenn, number 5 for these guys, definitely makes sense, I would say. Glenn was a great character. He was kind of the heart of The Walking Dead. And I think Steven Yeun definitely brought the Glenn character to life, for sure. I still see, even to this day, like, you know, all this time later, all these years have passed, and people still are hurt from the Glenn death, right? And I think that definitely makes a lot of sense because Glenn was one of the characters that I feel like you could really relate to the most in the show. You know, kind of like some of the stuff he does, and you know, you remember the episode Secrets where he's trying to like hide all this stuff, and then Dale's like, "Spark plugs, huh? You want to tell me what's going on?" He's like, "You're old. You know things. So what if somebody told you something that somebody else shouldn't know?" Glenn, stop being dramatic. Spit it out. And he's like, "There's walkers in the barn and Lori's pregnant." You got Dale, like the Dale face. You know, like Dale's like, what the frick? So, yeah, Glenn, I mean, Steven Yeun really brought that character to life, really enjoyed his character throughout the series, and yeah, this one makes a lot of sense, for sure. Number 4 is Michonne, Denai Guerrero's Michonne. My all-time favorite female in the Walking Dead show, and the Walking Dead universe. I can't really say it enough in a minute to just kind of justify how much I love her character, but Denai Guerrero as an actress, amazing, even in the Marvel franchise now, and she just, as Michonne, was incredible. She was incredible. I mean, the moment I knew I loved Michonne was the moment where the governor was kind of threatening her, right, because she stole her weapon, she went in there, she took her sword, and he's like, "I keep a lid on your little outburst. I mean, maybe you join us, you know, Merle can help you out." She takes the freaking sword, points it right to his throat. I was like, okay, okay. So, yeah, I mean, from then on, she's had such an amazing journey, being like a mom to Rick's kids and stuff, and, yeah, she's just amazing. Every time that sword comes out, you know, something's going down. So, number 3 is Norman Reedus' Daryl Dixon. This one right here, man, this one, yeah, I mean, Norman Reedus, he really has been, if you ask me, at least in terms of loyalty, he should be number 1, for sure. Because he is the one that is stuck through The Walking Dead from the beginning until the end. He's been there throughout the whole thing. Well, I mean, technically the 3rd episode of Season 1, but close enough. He was an absolutely amazing character from the second that he got on screen, you know, complaining that his deer was eaten by a walker and stuff. And Daryl's evolution and the way Norman performed that throughout all these years, I mean, it's incredible. And his story is continuing into other spin-offs, right? So we're going to get more Daryl. But Norman Reedus, I don't think I've ever seen such a loyal dude. I mean, he has stayed on The Walking Dead from beginning to end with a crap ton of screen time, with a crap ton of stuff to do. Yeah, he is one of the most incredible actors on The Walking Dead. And like I said, loyalty-wise, I would put him at number one. He is the most loyal, I would say, actor. He and Melissa, right? Them two, they are the most loyal. Number two, they put Negan, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's Negan. I understand, because every time that Jeffrey Dean Morgan is on screen as Negan, everybody shuts up, right? Everybody shuts up. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan, just, there's something about him. I don't know what it is. Like, it can be the most relaxed, calm, chill scene in the world, and it'll be, like, amazing, right? Like, when you got the Warden in episode 22, for example, quoting one of the new ones here, when he's like, yeah, we found this, like, map that you were trading off with some of your people, and he's like, cool, you know, he's like, cool, yeah, okay, so where are you going with this, right? I love it. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is incredible, and, you know, it's very hard in entertainment, first of all, for writers to tell a redemption story, and they somehow succeeded with that with Negan. They told an incredible redemption story for him, and in addition, for the actor to sell it as good as they do. And they did both. The writing for his character was incredible, and the performance from Jeffrey Dean Morgan, unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I would actually argue that he's probably the best character The Walking Dead has right now, ever since Rick left the show. At least in my opinion, I think he's been the most well done. He just has had so many amazing moments, especially in seasons 9, 10, and 11. And I just, yeah, more Negan, guys. I mean, I think that's why I'm excited for Dead City, is because I just want more of that character. You know, there's really so much more you can do with the Negan character, and I can't wait to see if, you know, they're going to continue down this road, because so far his character has been incredible. So, yeah. And then number one that they place on this list is the one and only, the man himself, Rick Grimes. So, Rick Grimes is absolutely going to be number one in terms of performances, in terms of all that stuff. I 100% agree with that. Andrew Lincoln, from the beginning, so from the moment he stepped on set till the moment he stepped off set, he was amazing. He was incredible. And as I've said before many times, and I know a lot of people get really surprised when I say this, Rick Grimes is my all-time favorite TV character of all time. Any TV show included, Rick Grimes is my all-time favorite character. And I know that's a very unpopular opinion, but something about when he's on screen, and it can be the most chill scene, the most brutal scene, the most intense scene, whatever you want to put in there. The funniest scene even at times, for God's sake. I mean, he does it all. Andrew Lincoln always gave it his all, and I think that's really the one thing to remember about him. And it's unfortunate that he's not here for the series finale. That really pains me to say that, because it looks like the most we're going to probably get is like a post-credit or something. But I'll tell you one thing right now, Andrew Lincoln, bar none, in my opinion, did the best performance out of anybody on this show. And it, you know, it kind of, you kind of realize it in a way, and this is how I feel like Movie Web is kind of right on this list, at least with number one, is because when Rick left the show, and when we weren't so distracted, and I've talked about this many times before, I feel like when Rick left the show, we were all kind of in denial, because we had the Whisperers, this amazing threat to tide us over, but when the Whisperers were gone, and we got into like the Reaper arc and stuff, that's when I really noticed like Rick's absence. I was like, man, that's how you know the Whisperers were good, because as soon as they were gone, you really felt Rick's absence. At least I did. I don't know about you guys, but I really felt it. I was like, oh my god, man. Like, The Walking Dead could use Rick right about now. So, I don't know. Andrew Lincoln, number one as Rick, 100% agree on that. So, anyway, this was a cool list. In terms of what I agree, disagree, I actually agree with a lot of these on the list, surprisingly. Like, this is mostly what my list would look like. I would probably tweak a few positions on the list and maybe, like, take Carl out, I'm sorry to say. I would have put Lenny James on here as Morgan. I feel like that man definitely deserves to be in this list. Literally in, like, a top 5, I would put him in as well, too. I'd put Morgan in here. I'd actually put Abraham in here, too, Michael Cudlitz. I would probably put some, who else would I put in this list? Beta, right? Ryan Hurst, he's one of my favorites. I really like him. I would say, yeah, you know, I'm trying to think of some on the spot here, but, yeah, you know, there's a lot of characters, for sure. Scott Wilson, that was the one. Scott Wilson. That is easily one I would have put in this list. And I'm going to end the video here because I could ramble on forever, but Scott Wilson, that's another one I would have put on this list. So, anyway, If you enjoyed this video and if you enjoyed this list, let me know. And of course, let me know in the comment section below, what would you put? Do you actually kind of agree with MovieWeb's list on here? Or do you think that maybe they were totally off? Let me know. And of course, make sure to write down in the comment section below, what are your 12 favorite performances from actors from The Walking Dead? So anyway, if you like this video, make sure to click that subscribe button to miss any other videos of The Walking Dead. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews, and I'll see you guys really soon for more Walking Dead videos. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
I've heard stories. Walkers that can climb walls and open doors. I was never sure if they were just stories.